Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I was definitely checking out stuff online and saw a headline on Fox News. It was a 23-second thing about the Don't Tread on Me flag. Yeah, basically, it's supposedly a racial harassment in the workplace. Apparently, there was a guy that was wearing a Don't Tread on Me hat at work, and some black guy came up to him and was saying, he felt very offended by the flag because the flag was created by a slave owner. But, I mean, to be personally honest with you, that's retarded. I mean, I should just go around and say, me being, of an Irish background, always saying, hey, you know what? We were slaves too, and we were persecuted. We were known as white cargo. It's just really, really ridiculous and really stupid, and it just really pisses me off. And basically, the whole like idea behind the flag too is not a bit racial at all. I mean, if because of someone creating a flag that was a slave owner is just totally retarded if that's the only reason why that they would ban a flag or even do basically just say, hey, we're going to get rid of it, which I don't know. I think it's fucking retarded. But anyway, I was doing some research and stuff about this flag, which I was always a fan of the flag because I like the symbolism. Don't tread on me, is meaning don't walk all over us, which apparently that's what people are doing nowadays. But basically, what I was reading here behind the flag is actually it relates to the border people known as the Scotch Irish. Um, These people lived under thousands of years under two governments that brought nothing but misery, and they were double taxed and abused in every kind of way. That sounds a little bit like slavery to me, too. So, their hatred for government and high taxation, and they looked instead to themselves, their clans, and their families. Um, so basically, it's like if you really want to pull the race card, it's pretty much it says it right here, too. Just because it was created by a slave owner doesn't automatically mean that, it's racist. Which, I mean, we could say that about George Washington. George Washington had a lot of plantation slave owners. I mean, he had a lot of slaves himself, but guess what? You know what? Then we should ban him off the $1 bill, just like we're going to ban Andrew Jackson off the $20 bill, which is another retarded thing. But whatever. It just makes no sense. We're looking at stupid little things with flags and dollar bills and everything else. I'm so sick of it. And it's like people get offended. What's going to happen next? They're going to look at the American bald eagle and say, oh, guess what? We're going to have to ban him too because they'll use some stupid excuse because it's got a white head or something retarded like that, which it wouldn't put it past me. It's like another thing on the liberal agenda anyway. They just want to make everything non-American. And I even seen people like at like the rallies. If you actually look on a Google search on a "Don't Tread on Me," or if you type in "Don't Tread on Me" on about the flag, there's I've seen some African American people wearing them. I mean, they're looking at it as a symbol of don't fucking walk all over us. That's the whole key of the flag. I mean, I don't understand why it's offensive. I mean, I don't understand that it's offensive at all. Like I said, I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go back. I should just I should just march into Great Britain and say, hey, guess what? You guys are racist because you're holding down the Irish. I mean, that's just fucking retarded. I mean, it just makes no kind of sense at all. And it's really sad. And even like with the Confederate flag too, they took down that flag too, and I don't understand it. I mean, everyone's like, oh well, it's it's the slave flag, it's this, it's that, and its symbolism is horrible. I hate to tell you, people, you guys got to read a little more because there's actually quite few origins on that flag. A couple of the ones that I read anyway. I read that it was during the Civil War they wanted to X out the Union. Okay, well, if you're from the South and you're fighting on the rebel side, you would feel that way. And another one was during the whole migration period to the South, there was a lot of Scottish and Scotch Irish Americans as well that settled there. And if you actually look at Scotland's flag and the St. Patrick's flag of Ireland, because a lot of the Scotch Irish came from Northern Ireland, it was, guess what, an X. So they pretty much like used that symbol and like Americanized it, used the American colors, and used 13 stars for the 13 Confederate states. And it's just I don't get it. I just don't get why everything has to be about race. Everything has to be so like we're offending everybody. You know, I mean honestly, like if people actually read history, I feel quite offended with the Che Guevara shirt. I mean, everyone thinks that that guy was so awesome, and he was a fucking piece of shit. He fucking killed a lot of people. He killed a lot of people. And plus, he was a renowned communist and a Marxist. He thought everybody was the same. He thought everybody should, work. When people work, you should, help other people, which I'm all for that too, but his mentality is like you got to give it to him. You got to just say, "Hey, guess what? I'm going to work for your ass." So when I see people wear that shirt, I feel offended. Especially, why would you wear a shirt like that anyway? Because he hated America. He couldn't stand America. And I just don't get that either. I mean, it's like you see like the "Don't Tread on Me" flag, and then you see like all these symbols, and especially like for conservatives. Like everyone thinks that conservatives are evil people, and I don't get how it's evil that you want to preserve your constitutional rights and live decency and have some sort of moral virtue and uh, and stuff like that. I guess that's a crime now, and we don't like taxes. We don't like high taxes. We don't like government. If we could wipe them out, but I just think we should have minimal government too. And it's just I don't know. I mean, it's sad. It really is. It's like if you're really gonna concentrate on stupid stuff like, oh, we're gonna change flags and we're gonna change this, and I feel offended because of that. It's like, you know what, people, move on. Please, just move on. I'm sorry to break it to you, but everybody were slaves. Everybody served under a taskmaster's whip. Get over it. It's done. It's over with. You look forward. Don't look back. That's all. Unless you want to look back at like cultural things and stuff like that. That's a different story. But I mean, I should just walk around and say, the Irish, were so persecuted when they came here, and stuff like that. And and same with like all other immigrants and immigrants around the world and people around the world. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody was a slave. I mean, do you see the Chinese going around saying, "Oh, those Mongolians are fucking jagoffs"? No, because you know why? Because it's done and it's over with. They moved on. And to be honest with you, if you actually look in every Chinese restaurant, they have Mongolian beef, and pretty much if you guys read a little history, like China was under Mongolian rule during the time of Genghis Khan, and obviously they brought some cultural traditions to that country, and look what happened with that. I love Mongolian beef. Mongolian beef is the shit. It's awesome. And they actually use that to their advantage. They actually are making money off of that. And and do you see them going around saying those damn Mongolians, I can't stand them, blah blah this and that. It's just stupid. I mean, people just have to move on, and we got to look to the future. We got to look at the economy in this country. We got to look at all aspects of everything I mean, we got to look out for each other. We got to look out for each other as far as Americans. Um, Instead of just looking at stupid past things that'll offend people, just get over it. I'm sorry, but just get over it. And and it seems like everything you do is like a crime. Like, oh, if you just, I even had people say that to me. Like when I wear "Don't Tread on Me" hat all the time. I got a sticker on my truck. And I just have people say, "Oh, that's just so stupid." And you know what I say to them? I said, "You're stupid because you're not American. Why don't you do a little bit of history and read about what the damn flag means?" And if you're gonna pull that, "Oh, he was a slave owner," I, I'm so sick of that. It's done and it's over with, and that had nothing to do with being racist at all. And what people don't tell you is a lot of those like slaves back then in the South, I mean, they were actually treated well. They labored. I mean, yeah, they did labor and they did work and stuff like that. And not all those people were, when you watch movies, you see them getting whipped and slapped around and called names and everything. I mean, there were people like that. They're just going to show you the bad aspects of everything, but they don't show what they don't show you is how they actually were like clothed. A lot of them were educated too. A lot of them taught them how to read and what to do and everything. Not so much what to do, but they showed how things worked and they actually got educated. I mean, people are not going to tell you that shit because they want to look at the aspect of negativity. Um, but I don't know, man. It just actually kind of makes me sick. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in this world that actually makes me sick, but I'm not even going to get into that. I mean, but I think you should wear what you want and wear it with pride. That's all I can really tell you. But I mean, it's like, but it's okay and it's so cool when people wear like mafia T-shirts, like Al Capone or Lucky Luciano or any of those guys, and everyone's like, "Oh man, he's the shit," he's awesome, but that's not offensive. That guy was a piece of shit. He fucking killed a lot of innocent people and just killed people in general. And I don't get the aspect of it. They watch it's culturally influenced, and I don't understand the whole aspect of that. I mean, it's like I guess it's cool to be a gangster nowadays, and it's fucking retarded. It's just showing that you're a piece of shit and you want to steal stuff from people and everything else. And those mob people weren't good people at all. They were so hypocritical. They say that they were Roman Catholic or they were Christian or whatever religion they were. Oh, I love this and I love that, but yet they'll be at church with their family trying to be like the good, decent family man that they propose out to be, and someone's getting killed outside the church. Yeah, that's really fucking contradictory in my opinion. But people wear the shirt and they think that's like Chicago culture. And that's just fucking disgusting. It like irritates me when people wear that stuff because it's like they wear that shit and everyone thinks they're fucking cool. But if I wear a "Don't Tread on Me" shirt or I wear a "Don't Tread on Me" hat, I'm a fucking racist. That just shows you how fucking society is. Because society fucking thinks it's like cool to fucking be a gangster and wear these expensive clothes and then on the side just fucking whack and kill people for no apparent reason. So I don't get it. But till next time, let's just fucking move on. I mean, this is like really really ridiculous, and I just don't get it. Peace.